Hey everybody, my name is Waterdog, and today I am starting off a new series. I'm calling this series, as you probably already know, Map Theory. Now, the goal of the series is to explain why certain maps in modern FPSs have been so successful as they've been. Now, today's episode obviously is Siege of Shanghai. I believe it's the second most popular map in BF4's standard maps, and I believe Parasol's the first, but personally it's my favorite map. Now, the first thing we have to get into, obviously, in Siege of Shanghai is the tower. The tower is what gives this map so much character. It's the center of combat when it's still alive, and it really is what makes this map. And a lot of people, this is why they play it. And some people I've seen now in servers that they leave after the tower has fallen. Now, I still think it's a good map after the tower has fallen for different reasons. But I'm going to get into some reasons why the tower is so good and why I think it's perfectly well designed. Now, the first thing about the tower is it is broken up into two different sections. The first side being the US side, which I'm on now, and the other side being the Chinese side. Now, the US side only has one floor that you can access via elevator. Now, you can always get on the roof with a helicopter, and it also spawns this rocket launcher, which I'm showing here, which used to be used as an exploit, and I think still can be, for helicopter spawning on the US side, but I think most server admins would ban you for it. So that's one of the things that's bad about the tower, but it does make it a very valuable checkpoint as to, you know, having an outlook over the entire map. Now, as I've just shown, this cover is all destroyable, or destructible, sorry. It really doesn't last long into the match, especially in high-ticket servers. That's almost gone by, I want to say, 500 tickets in. You got the elevator spawning here, but one of the things that is an advantage to being on this side, and you can counter the elevator on the roof of the Chinese side, is you can peek up and look at guys on the roof from here. This is a very valuable spot. A lot of snipers and light machine gunners and even engineers like to camp up there and shoot rockets at you. Now, what I'm standing on right now is the glass. You can fall through that. As you've seen, I've probably trolled a couple of people doing that. You come up here, this side doesn't have a lot of cover. Even this bar right here is, even though it's destructible, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose other than the fact that it's aesthetic. But it does a good job of breaking the map into two different parts. And usually, like maps like Metro and stuff like that don't work well when you do this, but it does very well here because the map is so big and not, you know, there's not a whole 64 players concentrated into one tiny part. Now, another part of this map that makes it so fun is because Battlefield 4 has unlimited parachutes, you can jump down and come to the bottom floor. Now, the bottom floor obviously is destructible. It's got the elevators to go up, but this is one of the things that I think makes it so fun for people, is they just jump from building to building. That's one of the things that gives this map character. Another thing that I really enjoy is that the elevators don't take 8 years to go up. Now, as I said earlier about the parachuting from building to building, that is one of the things that, as I said, makes this map. Jumping from checkpoint to checkpoint via parachute is one of the funnest things you can do, and I think it gives it a good balance of infantry and vehicles. This is a D point here. It follows the classic Counter-Strike 3-lane map. This is used for team deathmatch a lot. I just showed you one lane. I'm about to show you the middle lane here, and then the last lane. Tanks like to come through here. It's a big infantry spot. After the tower falls down, all the infantry kind of concentrate here, and all the tanks kind of go to B point. I don't know how that happens, but it seems like that's just how the flow of the map goes. But based on the open design of it, like, you have areas where it's wide open, vehicle-centric, tanks, helicopters blasting, and then you have areas like this in the tower where it's very infantry-centric. And, you know, there's lots of destructibility, and everybody likes that. That's why I think the flow of it is so good, is because it sections off certain parts of the map, specifically for infantry and specifically for vehicles. Now, following this good mix of vehicles and infantry and having them separate, this is the B point. This is the Metro under B. I like this area a lot. There's not a lot of people usually down here, but I feel like it's a well-designed place for few people to be down here because it is very open, but with, you know, maybe one squad for each team at a time. I usually have very enjoyable firefights down here, and like I said, vehicles, a lot of tanks tend to be above, and obviously right here, this famous destructible spot that we saw in the trailer falls down here. I like how they have the infantry go underneath and let the tanks battle above, because the tanks kind of decide, like, say the infantry kind of get in a stalemate down here and there's tanks above, the tanks decide who wins this fight, and it always makes the flow good because it's closer to the US spawn, so there's always a constant flow of tanks coming in, and I like the idea of having the tanks and infantry separate, which is what this map does. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you is what is make or break for some people with this map. Now, this is the tower falling over. Now, when it falls over, which I'm going to show you in a second, it looks absolutely fantastic. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything more gorgeous in a video game. I mean, come on. What more, exciting destruction have you ever seen in a video game? That's, multiplayer. This is the kind of thing you see in single players, but it happens in multiplayer, which makes it amazing. But many people would say that this ruins the map. This goes from best map in the game to worst map in the game. Now, I disagree that it's the worst map in the game, but it does kind of throw it off its best map in the game, plus. But as you can see here, once the dust settles, it actually follows the Counter-Strike 3-lane system. Now, obviously, this was broken by both helicopters and the fact that there's a river and you can, take a little boat and run up it and, get in there. But it actually follows that, and some vehicles can get in there, although it's very rare because it's so easy to hide in that as an infantry that you could pull out a rocket launcher and destroy a tank and not even have them know where you were at. But I disagree with people that say this ruins the map. I still love it, and as you can see, what happens is this is when the infantry and vehicles separate a lot. Like I said, the tanks go to the bridge and they go to B point and fight above the metro, and all the infantry tend to concentrate at D. But since there's not a big skyscraper right in the middle of things, they tend to go to other skyscrapers. The one I just showed you, like this one by D point with the elevator, that's a big one for snipers to go to. There's the circular one over here, and then there's the one by B point there's an elevator by B point that you can get on, and there's even a taller one that's only accessible by helicopter. But I still think it's a good map even though the tower falls down, and I think some other people may agree with me. Now, if you enjoyed the video and would also like to see more map theories, this one was just about why people like Siege of Shanghai. I want to do one on Dust 2, because I have a theory on Dust 2, and I think many people will see that it was an accident what Dust 2 turned out to be, because I have some interesting different spawn locations. You're just gonna have to stay tuned and sub to me to watch it. But if you did enjoy, leave a like, comment for more, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. So as always, my name is Waterdog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care. Bye bye.